Hi guys, I hope you're good. I've got Mike back with me. We're gonna do a little cruise. Just gonna have a chilled out one, I think, around the Olympic Park. How would you feel if I said to you, because you've done a few lessons now, you do everything today?
You like your boat? Yeah, we'll give it a go. Obviously, how bad can it be?
I think you're like imminently gonna do something really, really bad or step in, but otherwise, imagine that you're doing everything by yourself, that I'm not there, because once you get your own boat, obviously you're gonna be by yourself. Yeah?
We made a smooth departure from my moorings. Mike reversed us out and turned us around without too much hassle, and we headed for City Mill Lock. I had a feeling that he was nervous about stopping us alongside the lock landing, and it took a couple of tries, but I managed to get off the boat and safely open the lock. Mike pulled the boat through and we carried on our way. It's funny the psychological effect it can have on someone when you tell them that they're in charge now. This turning out onto the lee, he's done it plenty of times, but he got himself in a little bit of a tangle, and I can only describe the turn as unconventional. But I wasn't doing this to judge him or anything. All I wanted was safety. I am by no means a great boater. There are so many more things that I have to learn, but as long as you're making your mistakes safely, I think that's all that matters. I love all the different boats you see along here. That green boat is a particular favourite. We spotted this heron catching some sun and on the prowl for his next feed. Ooh, I think he spotted me. The route we're taking today is a short lap around the Olympic Stadium. It's not very long and it is never ever busy. It's a good place to take a learner. Some of you might remember I took my friend Kat through here for a lesson, and I did make a video about that. We're coming up to Old Ford Lock now, which would take us further up the River Lee, but instead we're going to turn right into the London Olympic Park. Sometimes they close this section of the river on event days, and there's absolutely no mooring allowed within the park, so there's always very little river traffic, except the odd canoe. To allow the Olympic Stadium to be built, they had to fill in Pudding Mill River, which occupied the site. Pudding Mill River is one of a series of rivers known as the Bowback Rivers. I made a video about the history of the rivers a few years ago. The video quality isn't the best, but it's a really, really interesting story, so I will leave a link to that in the description. There is Carpenter's Road Lock. And this beautiful monstrosity was created as a sculpture. They put a viewing platform on the top, but no one visited, so they did the only logical thing and converted it into the world's fastest slide. If you're ever in London, the Olympic Park is a great place to visit. It is huge, it's really clean, it's full of so much wildlife, plants, flowers, animals, and unlike a lot of other Olympic villages, it is still really well used. It's definitely my favourite place in East London. We're almost back now. You can do a second loop of the park by going through Carpenter's Road Lock, but you have to book that a week in advance. I think my student has handled the boat wonderfully, apart from a couple of hiccups at the start. We need to be on the wall on the far right to get back through City Mill Lock. I'd have come in more tight to those moored boats and turned the nose in, hoping that the back would follow. Mike, however, took us on a slightly different approach, which is fine. We got a little bit tangled on our rope here. I think once you make one little blip, then it's so easy for it to play on your mind and make more. That's why it is so important not to dwell on things, but just to learn from them and move on. He's definitely more than capable, but I think there are a few confidence issues, which is exactly why I wanted to do this exercise. Imagine if you go out by yourself for the first time and get yourself in a tiz. The first time I went out on my boat by myself, I ended up breaking down, so I know how scary it can be when things go wrong. I need to reverse my boat back into its space so I can access my pump out hole, and luckily we finally got a day with no wind. He is not doing a bad job of that at all.
It's kind of a con because you don't wear the hat when you're driving.
Oh, maybe next time. It's a bit hot.
So we're back. We survived. How did you find it?
Windy. It was quite windy today.
It's not windy today, but it doesn't take much wind to throw things off. It's not fake praise. He reversed us back in really, really well. Did I touch the tiller at any point?
No, you just went go that way. Yeah, voice activated.
Well, between us, we got back safely, didn't we? Yeah, okay. Do you think you'd feel confident to do that again, or maybe soon be able to go out by yourself?
I think just do it again, just learning every time. That's the thing about doing this, is every time you go out you learn.
Alright, so thank you very, very much for watching. I will see you all again soon. Okay. Bye.